everyone, it's Linnea for LDRS Creative, and I'm going to be showing you these amazing Dip-N-Dab Ink Pouncers and the tulip layering stencils that come along with these pouncers. These pouncers are an absolute game changer for stenciling. Let's take a quick look at the stencils before I show off these pouncers. So the stencils that come with these pouncers are a 3-piece set. There are 2 pieces that will allow you to have 2 different color tulip buds. And then the 3rd layer are the stems and the leaves. These pouncers are absolutely amazing for adding ink through stencils. I'm going to open up this box here so that you can see them in greater detail. When you pull them out, you'll see they're bright white color, so they're going to match anything in your craft room. They do say LDRS Creative right on the front. And when you open up the lid, you're going to see the pouncer on the inside. Now this pouncer is made of a bouncy foam, which is going to allow the ink to really grab on and then transfer easily through the stencil onto your paper. This base allows you to put the pouncer inside, protects your work surface, so when you're inking, you don't get ink on your work surface. It stays contained in that lid. And then that top piece goes right over the top, so when you're storing, everything is protected. I'm going to go ahead and stencil and ink blend a quick project for you so you can see these stencils in action. I have a teal colored ink that I'm going to blend over the little like sprigs here and there. I did some quick and easy masking on my stencils. You don't have to. This is just an easy way to step these stencils up a little bit. And then I went through on the tulip buds and I added some orange ink to the top, and now I'm adding some pink ink to the bottom of each of those flowers. I'm moving on to the second stencil, and you can see here how I'm just dipping into my ink and then I'm just dabbing and pouncing. You don't want to move in your traditional big circles like you do with a regular blending brush. You just kind of dip into the ink and bounce up and down, maybe give a little bit of a twist here and there. But the great thing about these pouncers is when you're using detailed stencils like I'm about to move on to here for this 3rd layer for the greenery, you're not going to be bending any of the little pieces because you're really just dabbing the ink onto the stencil. So you're going to have amazing results that are bright and crisp and just absolutely amazing. I love the way that the ink transfers onto my project using these Dip-N-Dab pouncers. So here you see me just dipping into my ink a little bit at a time and then going over to my project and just pouncing that ink over that stencil, and just like that, here's my finished panel. Now on the left here you can see what your project will look like if you just use the stencils as they're intended to be used. No extra ink blending or masking or anything, so you can get a variety of different looks. Let's go ahead and finish up my card. I've gone into my stash of LDRS Creative products and I've grabbed a staple die set for me. I'm going to take this large scallop circle and cut out the center of my panel, and then I'll use that smaller stitched circle and I will cut a white piece that I'll stamp my sentiment onto. Cutting out the center of this panel makes it so that I can pop it up and create sort of like a little eclipse card and just really step this design up just a little bit. I'm going to be bringing in all of my extra pieces. I have a large black circle that I just cut with a circle die, and that's going to layer right behind that scalloped piece that I cut. I also have a black panel to be the size of a card base, and then I have that sentiment that I stamped on, and I also have a black piece that is slightly larger than that stamped panel. And you're going to see how everything lines up just perfectly and layers together. I love having that little outline of black. It just makes everything really pop. So here's my finished card using those Dip-N-Dab Ink Pouncers, new from LDRS Creative and available on HSN. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.